Welcome back to the JSFL. We got week 2 Sunday action. Detroit Power 0-1 heading to the 0-1 Cincinnati Hounds. Both teams going off a tough loss. Cincinnati down to the wire with Phoenix and they lose it off a last-second field goal. And Detroit just having a hard game against LA in the home opener. So now they head on the road to fight Cincinnati, the Hounds. So a good game, as the winner of this game will be tied up with the headrunner in the North, Minneapolis. So a big game early in the season for divisional. But I'll get off to your commentators here in a moment as we're here in Cincinnati. A big game up ahead. They're ranked. Let me check what they're ranked here. As we find out who will win this brawl. Two pretty good teams. Both coming off hard losses. So the rankings is Detroit number 10 and Cincinnati number 6. So Cincinnati having the upper rank in this one. We'll be back with your commentators.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And on a bad return, here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here the Cowboys now offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions, terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys. Together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress. Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Air complete to his tight end. And get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. What are your thoughts on this D-line? I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. That play's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner. Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here today. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up second down.
Time there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. There, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They knocked away. It's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
Doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. Brings up 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and you play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ground. It is not you. Keep throwing. I mean, usually develops.
To throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense. You have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat, and there they could not. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Play action fake. They'll look to throw.
A nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake, but right for the quarterback and put him up.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. It's a screen pass. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Screen pass to break big. A lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. To throw. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. That gets the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The completion good for 3 and 2nd down.
They're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Handoff here to his running Get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a game of 4. 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They've been sacked twice now.
How to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On now is Kai Forbath to try a field goal. And Forbath this one. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is taken at the 3. Bringing a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't
He
he?
really is, and it's not. That told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one. Come on, set 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get off the field, man. Let's get off the field.
Going to get this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. This guy, he's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw. Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
3.5 to go, first quarter. They'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, backing him. Not much space to run.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. I give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're saying here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Play action, now throw. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Bounds at the 12-yard line. Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing here, 1st down. Quickly here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Down to 6 there on 1st. Quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, they start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. Take it deep, now you get some of those big shots downfield.
8 yards there and give them a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold of that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
Play fake. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. It's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Give it here to his running back. No room to maneuver there. Give him a yard to the 47.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. He's the 3rd sack this offensive line was allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they wanted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate.
And at the 26-yard line.
I see a play like that, I come back to wish reward. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same way.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 it goes. 15 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
He does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there. And he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And fullback. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high. Bath now to kick it away after the main field goal. Take it in the end zone. And he will return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Ready? Thank you, David.
Try and start this drive in the air. Escape, and he goes down.
And if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run it now. How to go? Get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They bring really good yardage. You tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. Maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And get this time to the 10. Down inside the 40.
Thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half. If you've got a running back of this size with these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into big runs later.
2nd and 8. Screen, it's complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw now. First down. Here it's complete. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's staying ahead of the chains. Down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Found a hole in the end zone. That last catch short of marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Around the 6. To get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Again, steps away.
sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield. But he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Second and 5. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a game of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
To me, like the doctor, my kindergarten teacher always said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
It was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis.
Cowboy touchdown. 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded at the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, second quarter, you're losing, you're not playing well, probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
They'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive.
My observation has been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The 24, they'll go again on second and 10. But instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as he brings up a third and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 7 there, but it brings up 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when you work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. At a 46-yard punt that they didn't get any back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with first and 10. Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. He's going to keep it here. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? You were able to hold it for a short gain when he took off running.
Second and 6. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Granted, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. But they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him going and communicating where he is, and they passed him off to each defender, ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Four receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. And wide open. He is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throw here. Run it. It's a gain of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They come up in an offset on. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? This one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now fullback for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Horvath to send it away now following the touchdown. He's fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, I'm not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 13. Quickly here, that's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
On set, 18 Gator.
Now on the final play. He's got his man on the out route. So we reach halftime of what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we get you from the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time. So we'll turn it back over to Brandon Goddard.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. That first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
The run only down a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here it's complete. That catch for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is getting up blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 9 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
You get a little more cushion. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
One thing you look for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Into the hands of his tight end. And they're getting down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
The goal for any offense versus its own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here, that's complete. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. What we just about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes out, competes for it, and decides when
in the air, it's his and only his.
A little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
First down, quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards.
You see zone defense, and you know you get a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give up here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, the 15-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
They're pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The throw here on first down. It's complete. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab. The Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Forbath to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shot at the 23-yard line. Set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw.
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 44 now, and here's 1st and 10. To throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Pick up of 8.
Laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. To throw. There, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there in breaking route. With excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. To throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Look at this, a tight end carry. And that one covered beautifully. And the defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. They're going to face a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. This one from 46 yards out. Ficken's kick is good. That will cut the lead down to 3 scores and 24. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe the white flag?
How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? This will be fielded at the 8. Moves it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
You get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held them down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Into space. 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there.
Touchdown of the afternoon as these guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now. Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. Now Forbat for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. He's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. 30 base. Incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have any options to throw the football. Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Complete. Get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a top 3rd and 5. Now look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, he had the defender right there with him to force that to the ground. 4th down now coming up. That's a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation. That means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them. And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd. And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team. Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. They'll look to throw here. They're rolling out right. Get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back. But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark. Well, you got to give it to him again, right? Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. The go-to guy that needed a big play there on third down when his way worked out. Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. Check. Watch the before. Watch the screen. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That's one of the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut. So through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. Ended up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass. What does it say? Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. The Cowboys on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down. That looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team. Because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out. Tackles. And give this time to the tailback. Inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I think. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. Check 55, Mike. This. He'll give it here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10. 15, 1, 51. 54, 54, and now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 10 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it? It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, Head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they're looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Format to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken in after 1. And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They start matching each other's movements.
Quick hitch route and the throw complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Some open field here, and his guys will take over the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday,
Which was also
which
impressive.
was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
A nice boost there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling. So they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward. They won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now man again, it's complete. They're going to lose some on this play. He knocks back to the 18. Where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
That big loss there on the pass completion. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They get this time to the tailback. Here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, so it'll leave them with a third and 5. Executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long distance situation. You might come back again because I doubtly believe you'll do it a second time.
They're going to look to throw. Knocked away and incomplete.
So they look like they were getting ready to convert there on third down. Get his hand on that one, knocked it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And fullbacks will put this through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fullback now to kick it away after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And I probably should have stayed where he was. It's only get back to the 16-yard line. And Jets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
The tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be a occasional safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Complete. 7 yards. Pick up on the pitch and catch.
Fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Sideline here is complete. He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards to pick up, and that's your first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about it, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He brought talent
that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now back to throw. Underneath to his running back, complete. Call the pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 3. Inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have
End zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing at him out there.
He has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. At the 10-yard line. Inside the 10 at the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Good for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Again, he'll drop the throw. But it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Yeah, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Yeah, their touchdown counts for their team, and then it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now to try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This one taken from the 7. A nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 35. The Cowboys. A few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll give it here to his running back. He's going to be stopped cool behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play was going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel. It will be the focus film section that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He gets him a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They can follow this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.